Our poster presentation will be on whether writing screeners function differently across response types and grades. This is one specific part of a larger 2-year writing study done by Brooke, Kaylee, and Jessica. Our abstract states that writing is an important skill for success in education and beyond, but national test data suggests that many students do not demonstrate proficient writing skills by graduation. Around 76% of students in 8th and 12th grades perform below the proficient level. Related to the lack of sufficient performance in writing, schools also lack adequate approaches to measure, identify, and intervene with struggling students. Written expression curriculum-based measurement has been shown to function as one assessment tool, but the use declines in upper elementary grades. Issues with technical adequacy combined with labor-intensive scoring procedures have resulted in educators rarely employing a comprehensive screening system in the academic area of writing. We present results of a study examining the differences in response type, writing, and typing across 4th and 5th grades. The background and research aims. Haas et al. Proposed CBM should be used in order to evaluate aspects of different subjects, including reading, writing, math, and spelling. Wang et al. Studied the use of computer-based tests compared to paper pencil tests on K-12 student reading assessments. Administration mode and moderator variables, including grade level, type of test, and computer delivery method, had no effect on assessment scores. Wang et al. In the area of reading. Romig et al. Analyzed 21 articles to compare the criterion validity of 4 scoring procedures for WECBM. They found correct word sequence and correct minus incorrect sequences have adequate criterion validity and should be used in the prediction of state testing performance. They also found differences among age and grade level. The present study aims to examine the differences between 4th and 5th grade students in TWW and WSC for typed and written responses. Our research question states, what are the differences in performance based on response type, writing and typing in 4th and 5th grade students?
Moving on to the method section, the participants in this study were 4th grade students and 5th grade students. We had 242 4th graders and 235 5th graders. All these students were from a rural district in South Central Kentucky, and 19 classrooms were included in the study from one elementary school. The written expression curriculum-based measurement is a screening tool used to measure students' ability to write. Students were administered 2 WECBM prompts that were scored for total words written, words spelled correctly, correct writing sequences, correct incorrect word sequences, percent words spelled correctly, and percent correct word sequences after 3, 5, and 7 minutes. The data were collected during the students' computer lab time as a whole group. Students were provided a WECBM story starter and given 1 minute to think about what they would write and 7 minutes to write or type a story. Students were interrupted after 3 and 5 minutes and asked to write in a different color or type in a different box. Students completed 1 written prompt and 1 type prompt. For the written prompt, students received a sheet of lined paper with the story starter at the top of each page. For the type prompt, each student was placed at a computer with a Qualtrics survey pulled up that would provide them with a place to type in their student ID number and a place to type their story with 3 different boxes to click into after 3 and 5 minutes. Standardized administration instructions were given, and classrooms were counterbalanced by typing and writing conditions. The passages were scored based on total words written, words spelled correctly, correct writing sequences, correct incorrect word sequence, percent words spelled correctly, and percent correct word sequence. In the bottom left-hand corner, you can see a sample of this writing, and we'll zoom in on it for you so you all can see it better. So at the top, you can see the story starter, and then you can see where the student elaborated on the story starter. And then you can also see where we scored the prompts. The blue carrots signify a correct writing sequence, and the red carrots signify an incorrect writing sequence, and the circled words mean that the word was spelled incorrectly.
All right, moving on to our results. Here we present the results of a one-way MANOVA where response typed, and written was an independent variable, and total words written and correct writing sequence were the dependent variables. Response type had a statistically significant effect on both total word written and correct writing sequence. Students both produced more words and wrote more words grammatically, syntactically correct sentences when writing their responses. Finally, our discussion. So as far as implications, in our sample, students did not perform equally across conditions. So this means that our current scoring and norms we use for WECVM are likely inappropriate for typed responses at this time. And we should not use type data to predict performance or identify students at risk until additional research is completed to support this practice. As far as limitations, within our study, we did have some limitations. So our sample came from a rural district where students get minimal practice with typing and several students have not grown up with computers. So this could possibly impact our results. This also makes it difficult to say that these results can be generalized to children in other areas. And for future directions, additional research is needed in developing a local norm group, gathering data across time, and in various student groups.